This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president of F3 Uranium, Mr. Ray Ashley. Ray, always a pleasure having you on. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing really well, Gerardo. Thank you for having me on. Nice to talk to you always.
It's always great having you on, as I mentioned. Listen, we talked earlier in the year about the uranium market that we saw developing, and that's played out perfectly. And I believe it continues to pick up steam going into 2024. So I thought it an opportune time to have you on and kind of recap all of the developments of 2023. Obviously, you have this new exciting high grade discovery, and then kind of set the table for 2024. So I'd love a recap for those that maybe are looking for exposure to the uranium space, or a recap on what you were able to accomplish and where you're at today. I think is appropriate.
Oh, okay. I can try and do that, Gerardo. Look, yeah, November a year ago, we made drilled a beautiful discovery hole, high-grade uranium, nice wide intersection. You know, it's been characterized as the most exciting high-grade uranium discovery pre-resource being drilled anywhere. So, we're very lucky to have started there. From that point, well, look, maybe I'll start by saying this. So, yeah, the uranium sector is hot. And all of the uranium companies in the sector are going up as the spot price is going up. The difference really between F3 and our peers is that we're a discovery story, and it started a year ago. And so, yeah, what happened? Well, we started by raising money and carrying out a winter program to try and expand or get a sense of how big is the zone of uranium that we drilled into that we call the JR zone. So a winter program, we managed to extend the strike length of the lens to 105 meters in strike length, hosted within the A1 shear zone is what we call it, at the north end, very north end of the A1 shear zone, which is 3.6 kilometers long. So the summer program, we continued and managed to extend the strike length of the GR zone another 50% to its current 156 meters in strike length. And up and down dip in the structure, it's something like 45 meters up and down dip. So it's a lens of mineralization that is just below the top of the basement rocks in an area where there's 60 meters of Athabasca sandstone overlying the basement, and it's a horizontal lens. So the summer program was very successful, continued to hit wide and very strong mineralization, beautiful high-grade intersections. We extended that drill program into the fall, and we just recently stopped the drill program to stop for the Christmas break. We're planning already and preparing to go back to work, probably mobilizing in January 5th to continue drilling. We've raised the flow through to be able to carry on. So we have 17 million of flow through raised, and that will fund our ongoing exploration. So where are we at? Well, most recently we released the last 11 holes of the fall program, and we were at this stage now of trying to test the boundaries of this first lens called the JR zone. And while doing that, we also again hit some nice high-grade intersections in the last press release on December 18th. We highlighted having intersected on 15 South and 60 South. Those section lines, some more off-scale radioactivity. The other thing we've started to do is look for the next zone of mineralization along this 5-kilometer long corridor. So that's really where we're at, okay? Where we're at is now to look for additional mineralization. These types of deposits often occur as several zones along one structure. So here we have a 5 kilometer long structure. We found the first zone of mineralization at the north end of it. And now we started exploring, and we started drilling this summer exploration holes. One drill was testing along the corridor, looking for the next zone, while one drill continued to grow and expand the JR zone. So most recently, we've had extremely prospective geology being intersected at what we call the B1 shear zone. It's a parallel shear zone at the south end of A1, and we're hitting intense sandstone brecciation and faulting in the sandstone there. We're hitting clay alteration, silicification, and very intense brecciation. At the bottom of the sandstone, we in hole 93, we found 10,800 parts per million boron in hole 93, just 17 meters above the basement in the bottom of the sandstone. And the only other place we see boron, elevated boron like that, in all the drilling we've done at A1 and B1, is right above the JR zone high-grade mineralized lens. So that boron is very significant. We drilled a hole most recently 200 meters north of that, and that hole had even better alteration in the sandstone, faulting, brecciation, and in the basement below, intense deformation. These are all the signs to us that down there at B1, the geology is really indicative of another zone of in close proximity of high-grade uranium. So we are now we started in the fall a ground DC resistivity survey. It's a 3D, very modern survey, and that's still being done right now. It's still ongoing. That survey has covered the B1 area and as well over the JR zone. And what we're also waiting for is the geochemistry from the drill core from the last 11 holes that we've reported. That geochemistry doesn't just give us uranium assays, it also gives us 32 element ICP, which is the geochemistry of all the other elements.
I gotta believe, Ray, let me ask you something really, really quick, right? Because it's clear to me from hearing the description of the work programs that are ongoing and the drill programs that are coming, it's clear to me that with Denison coming in October with a $15 million strategic investment, it's clear to me that there's the potential here for F3 to be taken out, right? And I have to believe that the company is aggressively wanting to prove out as many discoveries and as much value in the ground before that materializes. Would that be accurate?
It's very accurate. Very accurate. It's exactly the case. I mean, we don't know when that might happen. It would be obvious that F3 is a takeover target given this significant discovery. But you're absolutely right that we're going forward. I'm lucky to work with a team who's seen 3 of these high-grade deposits and worked on them and expanded them and defined them. We have the funds in place, we have the expertise, and we're going after it. We're moving forward. We see all the signs that there's additional mineralization there at B1. Now we're going to have the geochemistry and the ground geophysics to help us to target and narrow in, zoom in on, focus in on, and the other mineralization that stands to be there. And absolutely, look, if we tag into another zone, I think it's pretty clear that our market cap will go up. And it would be nice to do that before an auction started.
I couldn't agree.
That stands to happen.
I couldn't agree more. Ray, it's always a pleasure catching up. It's clearly an exciting time, and I cannot wait for 2024. I want to wish you and all your loved ones a Merry Christmas, a great holiday, a great New Year. And let's make sure we pick up this conversation on the other side of 2023.
Absolutely. We'll be at it early in the new year, and I'll be happy to give you an update as we go. Merry Christmas to you as well. And thanks always for
always a pleasure, sir. Thank you.
Take care.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.